Dead marine life has been washed up on South Australia's coast since March because of an algal bloom. After nearly 5 months of inaction, support is finally on the way in the shape of millions in government funding. Monique van Heyden reports.
Support is on the way for South Australian communities impacted by the toxic algal bloom in the form of a $28 million package. The state government matching the federal government's $14 million contribution after an emergency management meeting. The funding will assist with further research as a new national testing laboratory will be established to detect algae and the harmful brevotoxin they produce. $3 million will support activities in affected communities, while oyster farmers and fisheries who have been put out of business will be eligible for $10,000 grants. But there is criticism that this announcement pales in comparison to the $73 million support package drought-stricken farmers received earlier this year. The state opposition claims that $28 million in support will barely scratch the surface.
$14 million is a drop in the ocean. Look what the Premier is quite happy to spend in terms of a golf course in North Adelaide.
Calls for a natural disaster declaration persist to unlock ongoing funding support.
South Australians are deeply disappointed that the Prime Minister and his Minister has fallen short of declaring this the disaster that it is.
The SA Premier is not giving up the fight for that declaration to be made, despite his federal counterparts claiming that an algal bloom is not a natural disaster.
Yes, I will. Because that's my responsibility. Look, when we see an event of this nature, people want to see governments working together, and you saw evidence of that yesterday. What they don't want to see is people talking about state waters versus federal waters. Natural disasters don't fit in a neat box of a human-described criteria that we design for bureaucratic purposes. Natural disasters in the modern world are coming in new and different forms, and we have to be ready to respond to that and acknowledge that reality.
The announcement comes as new vision is released captured by underwater drones, depicting the devastation along the state's coast. The $28 million is a one-off payment, but the state government, unlike the Commonwealth, has not ruled out any further support.